Hey guys, and welcome to another Property Guys podcast.
It's going to be amazing.
It always is. All right. So I'm going to start us off. I'm going to lead us into the promised land, as they say. And I want to just encourage everyone, if you like us, please follow us. Yeah. Please subscribe to YouTube.
Even if you hate us, if you could follow us, just to hate us, we'll
just
take
hate
that
us
too. Really.
Just hate on us.
That's fine.
But actually, we really like when you actually like us, though.
Yeah, that's true. I prefer that.
We have stuff all over: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah. Before we get
give us a follow. We'll really appreciate it, and you'll hear from one of us.
Yeah. Before we get into topics, by the way, I gotta just point out something. Okay. So I reach out to Glenn. I'm like, hey, we're shooting the podcast today. Isn't that great? He's like, oh man, I'm so excited. And I'm like, hey, let's do like a beach theme. So apparently, like I wore like my Hawaiian thing.
Yeah.
What kind of beach you go
to? Don't make me take my shirt off, Frederick, because that's how I roll at the beach.
So what do we got on tap today? Now they give you a bunch of crap. Yeah.
So today, I think it would be great in this crazy market to talk about how in the world do you get your buyer's offer accepted?
Oh my God, that's a great one. There is so much frustration out there.
Oh, it's crazy.
Like if you guys are one of the people out there, you can relate to this. If you're a buyer, you've probably written multiple offers on multiple properties, gotten outbid, you're getting frustrated. So this is very, very good information. Good idea.
Super relevant for what's going on.
Yep.
2020 ended and we were in a crazy market.
Yeah.
2021 is shaping up to be the same.
I know.
Every year, have we been saying this for like 7 years in a row now? When's the correction going to come?
Yes, it seems like
it. And it never, ever comes.
Never does.
Not for us anyways.
Not yet.
So.
Eventually it'll come. Like a comet that hits the earth, it'll eventually hit. I don't know when, but it'll happen, right?
Wow. Okay, let's clarify something, though. Even if we got corrected, it's not going to be like a comet hitting Earth.
I just was thinking the analogy. You're just sitting around going, man, I know it's going to hit eventually.
You went all in on that one.
I did.
All right, it's all good. It's all good. I like it.
All right, bring it back around.
All right. Okay, so what do you do? Really, what do you do? 2021 is shaping up to be crazy. Uncle Joe's going to bring back the $15,000 tax credit, but it might be a grant. Who knows?
Whether you love Uncle Joe or not, we're on the fence. We don't know what he's going to do, but we like that. Thanks, Uncle Joe.
Let's let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Obama had it. It was a tax credit.
Yeah.
A lot of people bought. It was very beneficial.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time breathing right now.
It's okay.
Uncle Joe might bring it back as a grant. It hasn't passed anything yet. That's just what I've read. Preliminary reports say.
That was the ghost. It was like the spirit of Donald Trump.
I know.
Squeezing his neck as he talked about Joe Biden.
No, Donald, don't do it to me.
Don't do it.
Right? He's a lot like Darth Vader.
By the way, Glenn and I are non-political. We're apolitical. Right. We're in the middle.
Yes, exactly.
So I don't think we're pushing for either. We're not. We're just commenting on who they are and what they do.
Hey, we're not crazy
make fun
about
of
politics. It's like, this is the way I look at it. It's a game, and you got to learn how to play the game.
It's true.
And every president has different rules to the game that you have to overcome.
Yeah. And if you've ever met a politician who's not a crook, then you literally won the lottery because they're all crooks in one way or another, in my opinion.
That's a good opinion to have. Getting an offer accepted.
Yes, good call.
All right, so I'll throw out one thing and you throw out one thing.
Okay, go.
So one thing I think that's really, really helpful for any buyer out there is to write a love letter to the sellers. That should include pictures. That should talk about how much you love their home, how much you envision yourself growing into their home, starting a family in their home.
Seller.
Dear seller, I love your home.
Your home. Yeah.
It's so wonderful.
It's a great idea.
It's the greatest home I've ever seen in my life until I do a home inspection and I ask you for $35,000 off the listing price.
Exactly.
But this isn't a conversation about that.
Right,
this is getting your foot in the door.
Right.
And love letters are a great way to do it.
They are.
Yeah.
I think what you're talking about is good too, because a lot of when you're a buyer, you just think it's price, right? And yes, that does play into it. So I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Like property listed at $750,000, you get 5 offers, one comes in at $780,000. The other two come in at 760, 765, much lower. However, the 780 is a 45-day close. They want a 21-day inspection period. So terms are very relevant, right? So the love letter is great.
Yep.
The other thing I would say, and we saw this on the listing side, it was genius, by the way. We can't remember the guy's name, but
I know we'd actually give him credit if we could.
Let's just call him Bob. No?
Yeah, call him Bob for now, but I'm thinking.
Good job, Bob. So basically, they wrote us an offer. We had 4 offers, and we really didn't want to make a decision on day 1. We wanted to make a decision on day 3. But what they put in there was, we'll give you, I think it was like 1.7.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever it was.
At the end of the day, it was a $50,000 bump.
Right. So if you accept our offer today by 5 p.m., we'll give you an additional $50,000
on the purchase price.
Right. So guess what?
Genius.
Absolutely genius. So what it curtailed was us waiting around to see what other offers came in. We're like, well, this is 50 grand more. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And they agreed to it.
Because every seller wants to wait it out.
Yeah, of course.
It's
I don't blame them.
I don't blame them either. And everyone thinks the same way. Like, I got this really good offer right out the bat.
Right.
Every single other offer I get is going to be even better.
Right. So let's talk about that.
It's not even always out better.
Great tangent. Let's talk about the mentality and the psychology of the market, meaning exactly what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. You're a seller and you put your house on the market. So you get an offer that's crazy early and you think there's going to be more that are better. Why is that not necessarily the case?
This is why it's not the case right here. Because that first offer that's coming in, that's coming from a buyer who's missed out on 2-3 other homes in that neighborhood.
Right.
They've been beaten.
Yep.
They're laser focused on that neighborhood.
Yep.
And when something hits, they are on it.
They're on
like white on rice. They're on it. This is my home. I'm taking it down day 1.
Yep.
That's their mentality. Mm-hmm. And then they submit that offer and the seller says, thanks, but I'll get back to you in 4 days.
I'm going to wait around.
I'm going to see what else is good.
See what else happens. So it's hard to figure that out. But I'm gonna go to an analogy that I gave to my wife, Brooke. I love you. Which
all right,
was,
here we go.
Okay, listen to this. This is the deal. So you walk into a store. Okay, let's make it a shoe store, girls, because I know you all love shoes.
Well.
And you see these beautiful pair of red shoes, whatever the hell they are. Okay,
Jimmy Choo shoes?
Jimmy Choos. And you love them, and you're like, oh my God, I have to have those shoes. Okay, now,
have to.
When you go in, you look at it and you're like, there's nobody else interested in these shoes. And you're like, you know what? They're $400. That's expensive for shoes.
Yeah.
So you take the flyer and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to wait till Christmas when they're doing the sales and I'm going to get 25% off and I'll buy those shoes for $300. Okay?
Right.
That's the shoe mentality. Don't do that with your house. Because here's the reality. People that come in, you are in a competition, and those early offers when they come in, those people understand that there's 5 other people that want to buy that pair of shoes, and they want to buy them right now for $400. So let them do it.
Yeah.
Let them buy your damn shoes for $400. What are you going to sit around for? Come on.
I totally agree. Strike while the iron's hot.
Absolutely.
You get some crazy offer, it's crazy high, and the terms are good. Just take it. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
It's what you wanted.
Okay, so there's price.
Yep.
What are the other elements in a contract that will give you the edge?
Okay. As far as terms go, there's escrow period.
Right.
There's down payment.
Right.
There is going to be inspections.
Yep. Contingencies.
Appraisals.
Right.
Loan. Seller concessions.
Yep.
And
home warranties.
Possession.
Termite.
Well, it could be possession too.
Right.
A lot of people are trading or moving up to a different home.
Yeah.
And so having a little grace period between when their home sells and having that 2 or 3 days to move out to their new home goes a long way. A rent back, maybe.
Good point. Like flexibility.
Yep, flexibility.
Showing them you're flexible. I want to work with you.
That one really goes a long way.
You want to work with me.
Down payment is a
huge
one, but that's a big one too.
This.
Let's do it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Let's do it. Yeah, cheers. By the way, cheers to Uncle Joe. Not that Uncle Joe, but Uncle Joe Rogan.
Uncle Joe Rogan, our favorite.
His apple juice to us again.
We love Uncle Joe's apple juice.
You're such a kind man.
I know.
Kind man. Let's get back to wrapping this up, okay? So there's the buyer standpoint, there's the seller standpoint. And like we told you, if you're a seller, you got to look at the seriousness of the person that's been looking in your neighborhood for a long time. They're going to buy the $400 pair of shoes. They ain't going to wait. Okay?
They might wait though.
Lock those people up though. If they're not going to wait, lock them up.
I totally agree. I'll do a little counterpoint against everything we were just saying though.
Go ahead.
Because I've seen it happen so many times in the market.
Yep.
I definitely think it's in sellers' best interest to jump on it right away. Don't get me wrong. But, they still wait the 4 days, and those buyers are still there.
Not always. Not always.
Like 95% of the time, they're still there.
They're still there generally, true. But don't you think that there's
kind of a small mistake pushing them to the side? I still don't think you should do it.
Don't you think there's kind of the buyer gets worn out, though, because they've already lost out on 3 or 4 other properties, and you're doing the same thing to them, making them wait. So it puts them into that psychological space where like, oh no, not again.
Well,
I'm so tired of this.
Well, here's the hard part that every seller needs to understand in a hard market or a competitive market. The buyer probably has 2 or 3 offers out.
Good point.
And if they have good terms,
that's a good point.
A lot of money down, and they're like, these are my top 2. This is my well, I can encourage everyone not to write 3 offers. Just do 2, right?
But
you're going to go crazy,
especially in this market.
Write 2, really strong offers. It's on the seller to take it's on the seller to take a buyer out of the market.
Okay.
As much as it's on the buyer to take a property out of the market.
Case in point. Exactly. And I'm going to go back to forget the shoes. I'm going to go to another analogy.
Do it.
Okay? It's a dating analogy.
Yes.
Exactly what we're talking about. It's like, there's this girl, you're friends with her, you like her, right? Are you going to sit around and watch other people approach her to date? Or are you going to make your move and be like, hey, let's go out on a date.
Yeah.
Let's forge this relationship. That's what you're doing here. You're forging the relationship.
Yeah, get out there. Make it, do a little peacocking. Get yourself noticed.
Exactly.
That's right. That's how women appreciate that.
Yeah. Especially, let's talk about peacocking a little bit.
All right.
Here.
Let's talk about it.
So we've got 2 peacocks out there. We've got Mr. Thomas Brady.
Yeah.
And we have Mr. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Coming up, battling in Super Bowl.
Battling it out.
What is it, 49? Is that correct?
I don't know.
I don't even know. Well, we're going to put our staff. We don't really have a staff. But we're going to pretend we do.
Fact check.
Just fact check us. Oh, anyway. So whatever the Super Bowl is coming up.
Whatever this Super Bowl is.
Yeah.
I know it's in Tampa Bay.
In Tampa?
The first time ever that the home team is playing in their home stadium.
Correct. Yeah.
For the Super Bowl anyways.
Correct. Yep. Absolutely.
All right. Let's go right to the question.
Yeah. Let's go.
Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? And why?
Why and who? Here's what I think. I think, unfortunately, that Mr. Thomas Brady is going to get number 7. And the only reason I think that is because he is so laser focused, and I feel like their defense in Tampa
That's a good point.
has an edge on Kansas City. I feel like
they do.
They're going to shut down their running game, okay? Because they have a great run defense. I don't know what I just did. Look at that. That's kind of fun. But anyway, and it's going to come down to Mahomes winning the game, which he can do. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But I do think that overall Tampa's defense is more aggressive.
Yeah, they are.
They will be at home.
Yep. It's a huge, huge bonus.
Granted, 20,000 people or whatever. But for whatever reason, I feel like Kansas City is the favored team. But I think Thomas Brady, you lucky, you're going to win number 7. That's my guess.
That's a great, great guess. I totally agree with you. And their defense can do a lot of damage. And that team's only gotten a lot better as the season goes on. But I do think Kansas City, there's a changing of the guard. It's the Mahomie. My Mahomie era.
My Mahomie.
Yep. Tom Brady.
Yep.
You've butchered the Bills for so long. I've been a Bills fan. I want to hate you so bad, but you're such a nice person in real life.
I know.
And I saw that video of you wanting to talk to your son after the last game you played.
I did too.
And I have a son, and I couldn't even imagine what that felt like. It must have been great. So I really have a hard time hating you. But it's Mahomes' era.
Yeah.
It's a Mahomie era. Reed figures out a way to get around that defense with some well-disguised screen passes, and it's just a new era. No look past Mahomie. Kansas City takes it again. And that's the way it goes.
Could be. I don't know. I think what's cool about it though is that and you're right. This is going to be a change in the guard either way, because if Brady wins, he's not coming back. Man.
It's the send off.
He's not coming back.
He goes out like Strahan.
Why would
I'm out.
Why would you come back? You're not going to win it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is kind of like they pushed all their eggs into one basket. Tampa Bay did. They win it or they don't. Kind of like Manning did with Denver, right?
Yeah, I get that.
It's like that. So either way, it's definitely a change in the guards. And definitely, like, Kansas City is they're going to be the New England of the next 10 years, right?
I think so. You make a good point about New England, or excuse me, you make a good point about Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
But part of me thinks, Tom Brady wins one. He wins this one. He could win another one in his brain.
Nah.
Does he really go out on top?
I think so.
You have to drag that guy off the field.
Well,
I don't know if he could just be like, I'm walking away.
Maybe. I don't know. I like all the matchups though. You got Brady against Mahomes. You've got Arians against
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. By the way, we all love Andy Reid, and I like Arians too, for that matter.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody to hate on these teams. Like, I hate on Brady just because he was with New England, and I do dislike vehemently Belichick, because he's just a dick. He's just a dick. Let's just call it how it is. He's a dick.
I mean, I hate that culture in New England with Deflategate and all the crap that went down with all that, right?
He's just a dick.
And everything always breaks New England's way, no matter what it is.
Right.
But
Right.
whatever.
Okay,
I digress.
Let's play a game. I like playing this game. Okay, you're stuck in a car.
Yeah.
You have to drive from San Diego to Las Vegas. It's a 5-hour trip. You can't stop.
A trip we've made before.
Yes, you cannot stop, and you're stuck in the car with, again, here we go.
Okay.
Bill Belichick.
No.
Or Andy Reid.
Well, Belichick has no personality whatsoever, so
point.
I have to default to Andy Reid.
There we go. Okay.
But, okay, well, here's it.
Throw one back at me.
You were stuck in the car for 5 hours with someone. Who would you want it to be?
Ooh, good question. Who would I want it to be?
Yeah. Should we do anyone, or should we do
Okay,
a football player?
Oh, it can be anybody.
Okay, anybody. Gotcha.
I mean, oh my God. For 5 hours in the car. See, it depends what I can bring with me. Can I bring pharmaceuticals? Like, is there a limo driver and we're just hanging out?
Now, you're driving. Let's say you're driving.
Oh, fuck. I don't want
and you have to bring a passenger.
I don't want to be driving. Really.
Well,
so I'm like that guy. What's that guy's name who does the karaoke whatever thing?
You're that guy.
I'm like that guy.
James Corbin, I believe.
For 5 hours.
But you don't need to sing.
God, who would I want to just hang out with?
Yeah, who would you just want to hang out? Anyone in the world.
You might have to answer and I'll have to go back to you. I don't know.
Okay, you know what? You know who I would say?
Who?
And you'll probably agree with me. As soon as I say this name, you're going to kick yourself. Elon Musk.
Oh, that's a good one.
That guy, he's weird.
He is weird.
And I like it.
I do. I like
he's
it.
every kind of weird I like.
That's true.
I'm fascinated by how his brain works.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, his social skills are a little...
But we can teach him social skills.
I don't want to say... They're just harsh.
They're muted.
They're muted, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But, man, that guy's brain...
Yeah.
I'd just love to hear that guy talk.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what goes on in that brain? He thinks of stuff I would never think of. Like, how do those thoughts even process in his brain?
I don't know. You know what? This is going to sound so stupid, but I just had this image in my head.
Yeah.
Of me doing cocaine,
God.
Smoking a joint,
and
hanging out with Vince Neil, listening to Motley Crue all the way to frickin' Vegas. That just sounds fun.
Yeah, that would definitely be fun.
It sounds really fun.
That is definitely the fun side of it.
I'm just saying, like,
I might be on the brainy side of it.
Yeah,
that is definitely the fun side of it.
I'm definitely on this is the fun side.
Vince Neil. I watched Vince Neil a long time ago, not to bring up Donald Trump, but on Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah.
He's pretty smart.
Yeah,
he's a pretty smart guy.
He is. I think.
But he's still a rocker.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're the lead singer of Motley Crue.
I don't know why this popped into my head.
You're a cool guy.
I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm driving. It was like very ethereal, just like into outer space. I'm like, Vince Neil would be fun to hang out with.
Oh, of course he would.
Like just rocking out, and we're doing lines, and like, hey, hold the steering wheel. You know what I mean?
Hey, hold the steering wheel. Nothing can go wrong with that.
Because he would.
Yeah. Oh, of course he would.
Totally. And we just rock freaking Vegas. Like, that's the difference. When I get to Vegas, I rock Vegas. You're in a different boat. Like, everybody like,
right.
Oh, Elon, you're so cool. But
wow.
Would he be that much fun?
No. I would definitely ride with Elon Musk to Vegas and then hang out with Vince Neil in Vegas.
We'd be in every strip club, VIP room, like this. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue with that.
But this isn't my life. Don't get me wrong.
Right? We're married.
We're married, and these are just thoughts.
Crazy ideas.
Just spontaneous thoughts. So I guess on that, we should probably wrap this thing up, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah. So anyway, next time on the Properties Podcast, we're going to talk about something a little more serious, I bet. So thanks for hanging out with us,
just a little
guys.
Serious.
We got to thank our...
thank our sponsors.
Sponsors, yes.
I thought you were going to do it because I let us in.
Do it. Just do it. Go.
Okay. We'd like to thank, as always, our lenders at Hot Mortgage.
I'm still thinking about Vince Neil.
Ryan and Darren.
Going to Vegas. Come on.
Oh, good. All right, I got to pull this together, guys.
Do it.
All right. Ryan and Darren with Hot Mortgage, taking care of all our lender needs. That's great.
Thanks, guys.
And also Sarah Gallegos with Open Escrow right here in Mission Valley. She's a rock star. She helps her clients out immensely. And as always, Lexi Hutchins, who's a pro skimboarder, by the way.
Yes.
She's sponsored pro skimboarder. You got to look her up. She is friggin' awesome on that thing.
Yep.
I would break my neck. And she does kick flips and everything on a skimboard. Wrap your mind around that.
Yeah. You know what I think we're going to do? We're going to borrow Archie's Sprinter van.
Yeah.
We're going to go pick up Darren and Ryan.
Yep.
We're going to pick up Lexi. We're going to pick up Sarah. Me and you. We're going to go get Vince Neil. We're going to Vegas.
We're going to Vegas. That's it. We're going to Vegas.
All right, guys. Meet us in Vegas. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.